Welcome to our school. This is our lobby. Right now we have a lot of supplies being delivered since we're reopening for some in-person learning. We share our 6 transdisciplinary themes as you enter the lobby. We also have some IB signage for parents and visitors. Now I'll take you on a tour through the hallways. This is where we have our language board to honor family languages, and we take photos of students with their parents holding up a sign sharing the word hello in their family language. As we go up these stairs, we're in the old part of the building. On top of the office we have 2nd grade, and then we have 3rd grade. This part of the building was built in 1899, believe it or not. 1899. Here we showcase our learner profile students of the month. Every teacher and class nominates students or a student that they feel shows that attribute of the month, and we showcase it for the school on this board. We also have a bulletin board for every unit of inquiry for the team that shows the unit that the students had currently been inquiring into. This is from last March before the shutdown, so these will have to be updated when students come back in person. When we go up the steps, we have 2nd grade. There are 4 classrooms of 2nd grade. I'll let you take a look inside a classroom. They're very bare right now because teachers had to strip their rooms down, and everything has to be wipeable in order for students to come back in a couple weeks. This grade level has a team room. Right now it's going to be the nurse's office, but normally they collaborate and work together in this room. Here's another classroom. Each classroom does have a bulletin board normally that shows their unit of inquiry and allows kids to add questions and interact with the unit that they're on. Right now the boards are pretty bare. The next floor, the 3rd floor, is our 3rd grade. This is where the music room is also. So we have a music teacher full-time. This is her classroom. Third grade also has a team room where they can collaborate with each other as they plan and reflect on their units. Here's their unit of inquiry board. And I'll show you a 3rd grade classroom. Go this way. Now we'll go down the steps to get to the newer part of the building. There was an addition. You can see it outside the window here. That was added in the, I believe, early 80s, which allowed them to have more classrooms. And that is where our kindergarten, 1st, 4th, and 5th grade rooms are. I've been trying to keep up with what's going on in our school by putting things on this bulletin board. Our students and teachers created a message of hope for senior citizens while we've been living through COVID. We had a teacher that was recommended for the Teacher of the Week in our community. We added him. I have a bulletin board of our learner profile words. And as we've been nominating students while remote, I've also been keeping track of those students who are nominated and have created this bulletin board so they can see it, and I take pictures and post it on social media so parents can see what we're doing at school even though we're not in the building. Here's our gymnasium. It also goes or partners as our lunchroom. We do not have a separate lunch facility, so students use this space and then it gets transformed by bringing tables out for lunch, and then it gets put back and cleaned up when we have class in the afternoon. We have essential agreements in the PSPE space. We've put up different enhancement visuals, and right now we have a new PSPE teacher who is going to be transforming this space more to look like, to show the IB language, but he's learning it himself right now. All right, as we go down this hallway, we're on the first floor again in the newer edition. We took some photos while working remote or learning and teaching while remote, and we put them up in the hallway. So here's a kindergarten classroom. We have the teachers share their photo and a learner profile attribute that they feel they possess well. Here's a kindergarten classroom. These rooms are much larger than the classrooms that you saw in the old building, so that's pretty nice. This teacher still has a lot of her learner profile language up because she has been teaching from school, and she sits in this area. As we go down the hallway, we have the kindergarten unit board. More information about the learner profile. I've put the new Toddle posters up. Thought those were nice to have while we're gone. Another kindergarten room. It's very similar to the other one. This is my office. Also is a copy room. We have flags assigned for each classroom. The teachers choose a flag based on students they have or their own personal connection to a country. And all year the students inquire into those countries, and we celebrate together with an international fest in the spring. So this is the first grade hallway, and we have 4 first grade classrooms. I'll show you one. Again, since we've not been in person, a lot of this on the wall has been left from last March. Although this looks like it's more recent, but the teacher here used to have or would put in her units of inquiry components on those green circles. As we go down the hallway, at the very end is our library media center. We don't like that it's at the end because we feel it'd be nice if it was more in the center of our school to be more of a hub. Our second grade teacher has moved to the library as that library media specialist, so she does have experience with IB and understands the program pretty well, being here 3 years. And this is it. On one side, we have the library and the books. The library books, that is. And on the other is more of the media side. where we have the tables for collaborative work and the smart board to project and share more media type materials. All right, above us are our 4th and 5th grade rooms. Normally we have the learner profile words all along the wall. I had to take some of those down, but I could keep these up because they have plastic over them, so those can be wiped due to COVID. Okay, this floor looks similar to the 1st grade floor. They have cubbies. Classrooms are very similar in size. I'll let you take a look at one. This is a 4th grade classroom. This is where the teacher would normally have her unit of inquiry board for students to post questions. The frame is for questions that aren't really about the unit of inquiry, but she still honors those questions. That's why the frame is there. So we have the 4th and 5th grade rooms. At the end of the hall here, we have our ESL teacher's office. So she works with students or English language learners. And this is our special education office. And sometimes he has students come into this room if they need to have some space alone or just need some accommodations without other students around. But our district mostly has students in the classroom, not a pull-out. A couple of classrooms have lockers just on the one side. The rest are all cubbies. This is our counselor's office. She's here part-time. We have a speech therapist. That's another unit of inquiry board for the 5th grade. We have a social worker and a counselor. One is here 2 days a week and the other is here 3 days a week. And the counselor also works at a Montessori school the other 3 days, or 2 days, sorry. So that's kind of nice. Okay, so we're back around to the 1st floor and back to the connection between the old and the new building near the gymnasium. So hopefully this video has given you a little glimpse into what our school building is like, even though you can't be here in person with us. We look forward to seeing and meeting you again next week. Oh, I gotta show you our art room. As our art teacher does a fabulous job. So we do have an art teacher full-time. This is her space, although right now it's going to be transferred into or changed into a 1st grade classroom, and she's going to be mobile. Also, our Spanish teacher is mobile since we do not have a classroom space for her. So she has an office area in the back of the library, but she moves basically on a cart to the classrooms. Okay, thank you again for listening, and we look forward to seeing you next week.